These are good for invading.
Definitely good for invading.
Yeah.
That's how you scale the
Raiding
walls.
hook.
That makes
Then
sense.
you
That's
stick
what
it
it's
wrong.
for. And then when you're done, you cook with it. It's a Viking array. Skål! It's once again time to take a break from doing our work to start dinner. It's early afternoon and everything takes longer in the woods. So we have to start it now.
Well, and today we're roasting a large hunk of meat, which always takes longer.
Yes, always. We're actually going to make gyros, just like they have in Mikkelgard. So, we're going to make real gyros. We have a boneless leg of lamb.
Mm-hmm.
I actually prefer bone-in, more flavor, but we could get boneless. That's what we got. So, if you've ever done boneless lamb, when they take the bone out, you're left with kind of an odd-shaped hunk of meat, so they'll wrap it in this net. For our purposes, we're going to take the net off. But this thing is some kind of elasticy silicone plastic that I think is oven safe, and
It is.
they do that to try to make it a uniform shape and it'll cook more evenly if it's held together. If you don't like the elastic plasticky thing, which I don't, we'll often take it off anyway, re-roll it, and use butcher's twine.
Cotton twine. I do not trust them. I don't care what they tell me.
I don't want to eat plastic. So for our purposes, though, we are going to take it right off.
The one nice thing about boneless meat is it takes less time to cook.
Yes, it'll take less time. I think it has a little less flavor, but that's me.
It does.
So again, what you're left with is this kind of odd-shaped hunk of meat. But we are going to season our meat and then wrap it around our toy, our
Yay,
meat hook.
meat hook.
We're going to give it a shot. I think, and we'll see, if we kind of wrap it in a few hooks and put it over the fire, it'll roast nice.
Yep, I think so too. I would wrap it, just since it's right here, like kind of hook it here and here and here and here. Let it be a little pouchy thing.
Hook it like this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why, what were you thinking?
I don't think that'll be too close to... I was going to do that.
Oh. I think either way will work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we were talking about needing to flip it at some point anyway.
You're the
Potentially,
expert. We'll try
so-
your way. So if I were doing this at home, I would clean this up more. You see, you have sinew and stuff in here. I am going to leave that on because we're doing it over the fire. I think that'll help keep things together. As always, I'm paranoid about things falling off the hook. I think that'll be tougher on the inside. I might trim it afterwards. We're still going to season it. If you trim it afterwards, obviously you're going to lose a lot of your seasoning flavor. But what we're seasoning it with might tenderize that a bit. It's just chewy. You can eat it. It's not going to kill you. It's just chewy and a little off-putting to some people.
You cut it off when
At
you
home,
slice it.
I'd clean it up. But again, for here, I'm going to leave it on because it's connective tissue and I want everything to stay connected. I'm paranoid. I'm still paranoid. The chicken didn't fall off, but I'm paranoid about it. So, now that I've been rubbing the meat, my hands are a little dirty.
Would you like me to assist?
We got to
The
do
meat
some meat first. We have a homemade mead. It's juniper mead. I think the juniper is going to be a nice flavor. It's also a... What are you doing? Put the other piece through there. You've never used a corkscrew before? So I think the juniper is going to be a nice flavor. It is period to both Norse and Greek. So it'll be nice. The honey obviously is going to be a nice flavor. And then we're going to use... We have kosher salt and mint. And the mint's going to be nice. A lot. You can get dried mint in most places. Ours is dried, but it's our homegrown mint that we dried, so it lasts longer. Fresh mints, do you mean do it? My hands are dry.
Probably.
All right.
I didn't think about the fact that
Break
this
the
is...
immersion. Give me a paper towel, will you,
Of
please?
course. I was like, uh-oh.
Let me wipe these a little bit.
I can do
Okay.
this with my good the jointed corkscrew, but...
This is what we have. It's the woods. We're roughing it. We have a camp corkscrew. Ready?
Yay!
Mazel tov.
It's a corkscrew.
Okay. So, we have our kosher salt and our mint. We just mixed them together in the jar a couple days early so that the mint permeates. probably do the sitting down so my head's not cut off. Yeah, we'll start with this side. I was just.
Do you want? Well, I could put it in the spritzer.
That's for later.
Oh, okay.
Here, this is how you spritz. A little zhizh. This is how you give it a little zhizh. Never do that. I was touching raw meat. That's disgusting. All right.
This is sea salt and homegrown mint. We grew this.
Kosher salt.
Kosher salt. The homegrown mint part still stands. I dried it myself.
Oh, homemade mead. Oh, if you want me to do a video on how to make mead, let me know.
Want some more to mush in there?
Just sprinkle a little more. Try to
Give it another shake.
give it a shake. Sprinkle some more. I'm not going to mush. Just let it sit. With the meat, it'll help it all stick and flavor. Yeah. There we go. And some of you might be wondering, like, that's salt. So we do about a 50-50 mixture of mint and salt. And you might think, that's a lot of salt. With a lot of stuff we do, especially when you're roasting over the fire, it can take the salt. It doesn't taste salty. It brings out a lot of the good flavors, and that's what it's going to do. Mead's helping it stick, and it's going to permeate in, bring a lot of the good juices out. It's going to roast nice. All right. So, yeah, that'll stick.
Yep.
Gotta give it a flipsy. And this is a Viking age paper towel. So everything's Viking age if you're a Viking and you're doing it.
Right. I'll wipe down the bottle with something better when we're done. Although we're mostly cooking with this one, so it doesn't really
yeah,
matter.
we're mostly gonna cook with this.
We brought a different bottle for drinking.
We did. We have a sizer. Sizer is apple mead, essentially. I have a friend that makes his own he makes apple cider, but he doesn't pasteurize or anything, so it turns itself into hard cider. You know, when you make mead or beer or something, you have to let it ferment, and it can be finicky. His stuff has so much good natural yeast. You know, he lives in the country. He doesn't have schmutz from the highway and stuff. So there's so much good natural yeast in it. If you let it sit in your fridge for a week, it starts turning to hard cider. So if you use his cider and make your traditional mead, and you don't even have to pitch yeast, you end up with mead.
Mead.
A sizer.
Cider. Hard cider.
Sizer.
Well, yes, that's what we have. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was stuck on the apple cider in the fridge.
So, I gotta stand up for this part. Let me just
Perfect.
clean our cutting board with our meat. So you want to try it that way, you think?
I think so.
Alrighty.
Said I think we're gonna want to flip it at some point anyway, like we did with the chicken. So we'll get as much as we can to stick on the hook.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. Maybe.
I'm trying to save you from getting dirty
Yep.
hands.
Thanks. Because then I can. There we go. Is that hunk pushed through there? It seems like it. Yeah, I can see the. Ooh.
Didn't pass the shake test. Or the tug
Good
test.
test.
If you're an electrician wiring things.
That seems more better.
That seems good. Okay. Think we should move that up farther, or is it gonna hang too low?
Maybe if we can mush that side up a little higher. Like I said, yeah, we're gonna want to flip it to get this top part cooked better. There you go.
Well, the other nice thing is, I mentioned before. Should I do that side now?
No. I mean, unless you really want to, I think we'll be alright.
We'll give it a shot. So the nice thing is, we might light the other side of the fire pit. We could always finish it on the grill.
This is
Slow
true.
roast it, and then maybe finish it on the grill.
I'm thinking 2 hours this way, 1 hour the other way.
We'll give it a shot.
Because the fat will get nice and crispy
Yeah,
that
so
way.
we'll do it this way. All right, I'm gonna clean up my hands, and we'll get this on the fire.
All right.
Now for you.
You can sniff.
this one. Do something funny with the dog, but I don't want to tease the poor guy.
No.
All right, so as you can see, we have the fire built up mostly on either side. So we'll have I should have thought of that when I put it in, so these were on the sides, but I've didn't think ahead when I hooked our meat.
Yeah.
So. But.
Oh, I think that's perfect.
It's okay. I mean, you encourage me in my stupidity. It's okay. I should have had it so the meat's on the other side, so the sides are towards the heat.
Oh. Well, I can shift the fire around as we cook.
Sure. So, yeah, it's just second time using it. Now we know it's something we should think ahead about. That's all. Try to center a little bit, and there we go. So now, yeah, what we have to do is tend 2 small fires instead of 1 big fire in the middle. But so far, so good. We'll see how this turns out. I'm going back to work. Flipping the meat, flipping the meat.
Try and not put my hands all over it. Then again, it's going to cook longer, so.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it'll
I was
cook the
gonna say,
germs.
there's nothing on your hands that
Yeah.
I would be worried about.
Yeah.
This definitely needs more time.
Watch your fingers at home, kids.
You too can cook on grate.
Oh, that'll turn out perfectly. It's like turning it inside out.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure the
I
dog.
got it if you want to film.
I was gonna baste it with the mead so I
Oh.
get the other side.
We can do that.
Here, hold this.
This has become a team effort video.
Yeah. This is a House Hamilton production.
Now, what kind of meat is that?
This is the homemade juniper mead.
Ooh. He likes to cook with meat.
Super.
Sometimes he puts it on the food.
Truth.
Everyone's got to try that because we're not going to use too much of this. But we basted it. It's not even ground. Look at me. Back on in the center. Still have our fire mostly going on either side, but we're going to kick it up because we need some more heat.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yay!
Yay!
I was your cheering section.
Thanks.
All right, I'm going to finish it on the grill grate here. Let it unroll. We haven't quite figured out what this meat hook is exactly for, but we'll figure it out. Sausages. It's kind of hot. Ow.
Yep.
Spices hands aren't like them.
Yeah, they're right. Now I can't set it on the grill grate because now the grill grate's on fire.
That's
Smoke's
good.
everywhere. But I can't set it down and work with it.
Fair. Put it to the side. The tongs are. There you go.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
Oh, yeah.
Buddy. Does it need more juniper meat?
We would call that a reverse sear.
Reverse sear. Let's do.
That bigger chunk needs to be on the higher heat.
All right, right on the fire.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. Let's give it another baste.
Yeah.
Baste here.
Heard these are good for both.
They'd climb and build it.
That man usually.
Put it on your back.
Yeah. What do you want?
What are you doing here? Fancy meeting you in these woods.